there, everyone. This is Quiversee, and welcome back to more Crash Bandicoot. Last time, we made it to the second island after traversing the native fortress, beat a crazy kangaroo, who's... Now I'm looking at that, like, temple head up there, and I think that might be supposed to be his face. If it's not supposed to be his face, then it certainly looks like it to me, especially with the waterfall being his crazy long tongue. And I struggled a bit on this stage because we got our first special color gem. Which, by the way, I've said before, I don't remember how many there were. Yeah, there's 6 because you just look at the right. There's 6. There's 6 of those things. And we got the first one. I could potentially backtrack and look into some of the stuff that might be unlocked with it, but I don't think we've hit anything that requires the green gem yet. Maybe one of the stages, but I'm not certain. So let's just keep going forward. Temple Ruins. What kind of stage is this? Missing boxes, follow the trail of Wumpa Fruit. That might actually be important. Oh, it's one of these stages. Ooh. These can be a bit rough. Up. Get the fruit, thank you. And these stages can be a bit rough. They are dark and full of nasty traps and pitfalls. So one must be careful. And as Aku said before he got so viciously stabbed by a spear, the missing boxes, follow the trail of Wumpa Fruit. Yeah, these stages, as I recall, tend to like to hide things. Like, they hide boxes pretty well in these. Helped by the darkness and the strict angles of like the walls with the camera and such. Oh yes, and there's also bats, just like in the last stage. Only they don't have the Bat Lord to summon them. They just kind of come and go. And spiders. Those aren't too bad. I'm trying to keep my eyes open for the trail of Wumpa Fruit. I kind of remember what I think I know the spot he's talking about. I think I know what it looks like. But, you know, I don't know for sure. Let's get those. How many boxes are there anyway? There's 67. We got 35 so far. And yeah, there's also spots like this where you just kind of get on a platform and it takes you places. Despite the fact that I'm saying that these are really tricky, I don't really recall them giving me that much trouble, except for like the finding of some of the boxes for some of them. But yeah, compared to some of the other stages and stage types, even the ones that we've already seen, these aren't too bad. Just gotta be confident with your movements. Having Aku at your side definitely helps. Okay, this is what it was talking about. This is the trail of Wumpa Fruit. And that right there is why you need that hint. Needless to say, that hint, it wasn't there in the original. Like the Wumpa Fruit was, and you just had to use your instincts to go there. But there was no outright hint. And I'll be honest, I think I would kind of prefer it that way. You know, let you experiment and do things that are a little bit weird, because it's like, okay, there's Wumpa Fruits here over a seemingly bottomless pit. Why? I kind of miss those days. Like, games nowadays don't do that very often. They'll give you lighter hints. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's gone for good. There are times where you're supposed to use your intuition like that. Sometimes done purposefully out of spite, for lack of a better term. Well, that just happened. But it's definitely more rare nowadays. Although at the same time, I think its rarity is one of the things that I do kind of appreciate about it now, because now you don't expect it when you get situations where you are supposed to do naught but your intuition to get through. Okay, I have 0 excuses for that last one. Spun too early. Spun too early. Man. Figures. It absolutely figures, doesn't it? I started off the stage, you know, going about how it's difficult and how there's all these extra challenges and things like that. And I'm breezing through it, no sweat. Then as soon as I flip the script and start saying, yeah, they're hard, but they're not that hard, suddenly I start making careless mistake after careless mistake. And now I'm given a free Aku Aku. Yeah, if you die enough times, the game takes pity on you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Good gravy, Crash! Stop! Ugh. I don't know why I am making all these critical mistakes. Almost did it again there. You gotta time your jump on that one because the platform will fall otherwise. Okay. Follow the fruits. Smash the boxes. Get all the fruits in this one because I've been draining lives again. There we go. In spots like this where I need to be precise, I definitely need to switch to the... Okay, maybe using the D-pad doesn't actually help me be precise after all. Maybe I just suck. Oh, boy. All right, wait for it. Oh, the bats! You know what? That saved... The free Aku Aku mask is what saved me on that one. I know I had the other one, but this way I get to keep it. Aku Aku is saving me from my own stupidity more than anything else. Okay. Oh! I was expecting him to jump on this box, and I wanted to give him the high bounce. All right, go forth. Break the box. There we go. We're almost at the end, I'm sure. Fire. Jump! Thought I did that at the wrong time for a second there. All right, back to this. Gonna ride the platform around until it gets to here. Then we wait for it to come back up, like so. Trying to go with the D-pad here. There we go, checkpoint. Let's try to go with the D-pad there and wait for it to get to a position where I could just go in a single cardinal direction. Okay. Now. There we go. Oh, this looks lovely. Go forward. And safe spot. And on here. Get on there. Get over there. Give me back my lives. Woo, boy. And final box. Gem get, mask lose, bats suck, crash out. Crash, I think you're gonna catch something if you keep doing that. Ugh. Just the thought of where he's putting those gems makes me uncomfortable. Oh boy, yep, I knew this was coming. Road to nowhere. This and another stage like it are a bit on the infamous side. Direct attacks don't hurt these high-altitude hogs. Danger! Road to nowhere. It is a big bridge. It is a single straight line. But you can see it's a bit of a broken bridge. These platforms here, perfectly safe. Those darker ones, they do that. So you gotta be quick when you see those. Darn it. And those are even worse. The ones that are like broken. They're basically already holes. I don't know why they're there. Well, forgot to jump on that box. Oh well. So yeah, these stages. Oh boy, did it. Okay. Jump, 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 jump. There we go. These stages are a bit annoying. Now, the hog. We were warned. Direct attacks don't hurt them. We got hurt even though I jumped on him. Anyways, there is something else you can do on this stage. You can, I almost did it there. You can stand on the ropes and just walk across. But every time you get to these junctions, you will need to stop. Oh, and here's another instance of something, slippy ice platforms. Sometimes I have a really hard time actually doing the rope trick. Oh, jeez! But I think for this one, I might want to try. Needless to say, you can also jump a little too far and then end up over the thing. I don't remember if the hog can hit you when you're on the ropes, and I'd rather not find out, which is why I jumped. Hup. Oh, ah! My thumb slipped just a teensy bit to the left, and I ended up falling off the rope. Okay, that time I didn't move my thumb at all. See, that's another problem with the rope. Like, I'm not gonna jump this time. Whenever you jump and land, sometimes Crash will, like, skew a bit to the side. So, it's not foolproof. It's not gonna get you through 100% of the time without fail. There is a bonus gem there. I don't have the color for it, so I don't need to worry about boxes or nothing, really. That being said, I think that there's only, like, one spot in the other version of this stage type which has anything that's, like, even remotely hidden as far as boxes are concerned. You know, I'm actually really afraid of the time trial for this. Crash, why do you throw your shoes in the air whenever you fall down an endless hole? That's not healthy. Okay. I think for this one I want to use the rope. Jump across! Ah! No! I panicked and backtracked when I think I was gonna hit the rope there. That being said, while this is a stage that is, like I said, a bit infamous and obviously relatively challenging, I'd be lying if I said I didn't actually enjoy it. Like, I do like the stage. The aesthetic is cool. And although it is a challenge, I don't know, I kind of like it. God dang it. Although I could do without the broken platforms. Like, I genuinely don't know why those are there. You can't stand on them for even a second. You can't, like, jump and then hop off of them. They just immediately break. What have we got? Like, thanks, Aku Aku. Thank you for appearing to save me from falling down a pit. You are a gentleman of a mask. But yeah, like, I don't know why they're there. I think that the stage would be just fine if they were replaced with just empty space. I don't know. If it's just there for, like, aesthetic, I guess that's just a personal decision. Or a personal opinion, rather. I am still gonna rope this. But it seems weird to me. It just seems really weird. Like, at that point, why have them break away at all? Just fall through them. There's enough space in the hole for that to make sense. Ah, yes! The bouncing metal box trap. Don't touch that box while it's moving, kids. It'll kill ya. However, this is also a trap that can help you. Observe. Boink. You can touch it from the top, not from the bottom. This is the bonus of metal boxes of doom. Thankfully, it's still a Tawna bonus, so, it ain't much of a problem. Road to nowhere, once again. Yeah, it also loves to use these guys, the turtles. Like, the other stage of this, does use the turtles to rather severe effect, as I recall. And yeah, sometimes they'll just automatically be upside down. Anyways, that's it. Phew, indeed, Crash. Great, but you missed all these boxes! How could you? I'd say you might be giving Crash brain damage, but I don't think he has much brain to damage. Oh, Boulder Dash. Let's do the Boulder Dash. What do we got? Unlock a new path by earning the purple gem elsewhere. Okay, so this stage I won't be able to get all the boxes in because it needs a purple gem. Got it. Still gonna break boxes and get fruits because I can. Also, something that happened in the last stage that I didn't even acknowledge, because I was dying a lot in that one spot and I started getting pity aku-akus, right? But then at another point I died and I didn't. That's because I hit a new checkpoint through the bonus game. Anytime you hit a new checkpoint, aku-aku's like pity meter resets. I don't actually know offhand what the death threshold is to get the pity mask, but whatever that threshold is, it resets to, it's basically, you know, every time you die, the counter goes up. Once I hit a certain number, you start getting aku-aku mask. When you hit a checkpoint, the counter resets to 0. Rinse and repeat. Oh man, okay, we're done with that slalom, and I got flattened. Anti-gravity boulders, nice. But another thing that happens with the aku-aku masks is after enough pity, not only will you start getting a regular aku-aku mask, but you'll get the level 2 one. You know how it goes through 3 levels? So you have your base one, then your second one, which is like orange and yellow, and then you get the invincibility sprint after 3. I don't think you could ever get a free invincibility sprint out of the pity system, but you absolutely can get the second tier, the one right before it. So if I had kept dying, say, in that temple stage, and started getting that level of pity, then... Get that. Oh. Ah. Wanted to get the boxes before I broke the checkpoint, because I think that matters. But yeah, if I had done that, I died enough to get the second level pity mask, and then gotten the aku-aku crate that was like where the bats were, I would have gotten an invincibility sprint where otherwise you wouldn't get one. So, an interesting thing you can do to experiment a bit. Although it does cost lives out the wazoo. Like, obviously it's not something that's going to benefit you in the long run unless you're just struggling that much and can take advantage of that bonus mask effect. Keep jumping. Come on. There we go. And yeah, there's our purple gem lattice. Ah, you missed the boxes because you don't got the colored gem. Look, just because he's not gonna suffer too much more in terms of brain damage doesn't mean I'm not worried about him with all those boxes falling on his head. That still hurts. Ooh. And this stage is gonna give us something else. Sunset Vista. So, okay. I see behind Boulder Dash there's another stage, but I can't go to it. I think that's what, even though it says like that, you know, get the purple gem for secret path, I think that actually it's the key here, the key that's in Sunset Vista. I think that's what's gonna do it, but I'm not 100% sure. Want old school controls? Try the directional buttons. Thanks, aku-aku. I do that sometimes. You know, and something else I guess I should mention now that this is making me think of it. I'm playing the Nintendo Switch version of the game, because that's just the one I happened to get. I don't remember why I went with that, but honestly, that was close to time. Let me get past this obstacle so I can actually think. Okay, but honestly, Switch is great for it, but I think that the objectively best way to play it is probably via PlayStation. Like, it's available on all systems, right? Available on Xbox, Switch. I think there's a PC port of it. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I think there is. But I think the PlayStation is probably the objectively correct way to do it, because that was what Crash 1 was originally on. And that's what the controls and such were originally designed for. And it is... That was close. It is because of the controller. Like, I'll be honest, out of like the mainstream controllers out there between Switch, you know, Pro controllers and like Joy-Cons versus Xbox controllers and PlayStation, I've always been partial to the PlayStation one. That's just me. Like, and the funny thing is, I just died. That's funny. But what's also funny is the reason. So anytime I've brought this up to people, their opinion on that was because of the way that the joysticks are placed on that controller. It's automatically just inferior to them, which I get. You know, like Xbox and Switch controllers, at least the Pro controller, the sticks are at different elevations on the pad. You know, the left stick is a little bit higher up and the right stick's a little bit lower. But on the PlayStation, they're not. They're even. They're at the same level of your thumb. What have we got? Nice, bonus mask. For some people, that's a little bit jarring. For me, I don't think it is, mainly because I grew up with the PS1 and I had the analog DualShock controller at the time. So that was actually one of my first, that was my first experience with that type of setup that had dual joysticks. So I got used to it, basically. But the reason why I like the PlayStation controller more than the others isn't that. Like, even though what I just said, even despite what I just said about the joysticks, you know, I do still prefer it the quote-unquote standard way, where, you know, they're differently placed. Now, the reason I prefer the PlayStation controller is explicitly because I think it has the best D-pad that has ever existed in games. Because, you know, every other D-pad I've played with has been one of two things. It's either like a standard Nintendo style one, which is like what the Pro Controller has, or it's like an actual pad, like, I think it was the Xbox 360 that had this, or one of the Xbox One controllers, where instead of it just being like the directions, it's got like the little side corner bits on it. I always hate those. Like, those to me are the worst, because it just makes it so hard to do cardinal directions. I always accidentally end up going up or down. And I sometimes have that problem with the Nintendo style one too. But for the PlayStation one, and also for Joy-Cons, they're not conjoined, they're separated. Which is actually a very huge boon to me. I feel like that makes it a lot easier to actually control what you're doing when you need to use the D-pad for that purpose. And the funny thing is, like, at that point, it's like, well, you know, if that's the case, why don't I just use the Joy-Cons instead of the Pro Controller? And the reason for that is explicitly because while the Joy-Con buttons are honestly just about as perfect as the D-pad for the PlayStation one, I do feel like the PlayStation one just feels a little bit better. Unfortunately, the grip is kind of what kills it and makes me still prefer to use the Pro Controller. I did not want that box to fall on my head. But yeah, that's just kind of my opinion on that. All right, let's not get killed by this thing again. There we go. Hup, and hup. Ooh, okay. And hup. There we go. All right, new checkpoint. Checkpoint. Do you mind? I got bamboozled. Those don't need to stick out nearly as long as they do. Hup. Okay, there we go. I just had to let it go another cycle. And we're good. Oh, salvation! Lives and masks and fruits, oh my! Just climb further up this tower. Can't go into the Bat Cave, but I did kill the Bat Lord and his brother, the Bat Lord. I don't trust it. There we go. I want to see if I can do it. Ah, man, I messed up. Oh, well. Don't want to risk. Don't want to do unnecessary risk. Now, okay. Then we jump and jump. That one's a lot easier. Okay, wait for it. Now, jump, 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 jump. Checkpoint. Okay, I see what we got to do here. Those white outline boxes there, that means there is... Lizard, please. Go and just jump above a cliff, don't mind me. There's a box up there, barely on screen, and I need to hit it. But in order to hit it, I need Mr. Hop Lizard. Like that. And that activates those boxes. We've hit a few of those metal boxes before, but we've never, like, visually seen them in action. Ooh. Oh, this stage has one of you in. Right! That's because, okay. I should have remembered. That was close. Ah! Okay, we're fine. I should have remembered that, though. That's how you get the key. I didn't remember how you get the key, but that's how you get the key. Through the third bonus type, the Cortex bonus. Ouch. Oh, man, I gotta do this again. Should have done this before I hit the checkpoint block. Oh, well, it's not that hard. There we go. All right. Jump across. Ah! Oh, what? I shouldn't have survived that. Which is why the bats decided to finish the job. All right, come on, Liz man. Come on. Need your help with a box. Oh, at least I'm about to get another life. To help make up for one of the, what was it, 4 that I've lost in this stage now? Okay, there we go. Kill the bat. Jump and wait. Wait for the fire. Jump, jump, down, wait. Don't get greedy. Jump and kill the bat lord. Here we go. And 1, 2, life, Cortex. Oh. Ah! That was close. What have we got? Thank you, Aku Aku, and thank you, checkpoint. Ugh. There's Tawna 2. We have 2 Tawnas and 2 Cortexes. Also, I just now noticed that there's like a holofoil effect on the Cortex heads. He's shiny because he's the big bad. Well, I think I've done a decent job of getting my missing lives back. Oh, and then I lose it. On a tricksy jump. Haha! Okay. There we go. Ah! What the heck? How did I land on that box without breaking it? Like, I know that that's something you can kind of do. Let's see if I can actually pull it off from here. Nope, not really. That is something you can kind of do if you just end up, like, jumping and landing in such a way that you actually, like, walk on top of the box, but that was impossible where I was. There's a box back there. I think this is the better way to do it. Do it from here. This is the Cortex token, isn't it? Yep. Time for the Cortex bonus, and if I remember right, these are the hardest of the 3 bonus types. That being said, it's still a bonus, which means death won't really matter. Welcome to the Cortex zone. Yeah, like right there I kind of just managed to do the standing on a box thing. It wasn't really intentional. But yeah, this one's just break through, and that wasn't all that hard. Bye, Cortex. Thanks for the key. $64 out of 90 boxes so far. And we still need our final Tawna. We no longer need our final Tawna. Now we just need the platform of Tawna. There it is, the platform of Tawna. What have you got for us this time, Tawna? 16 crates. Ah, a little bit of a trickier one for yours. Didn't remember if those were gonna chain reaction or not. But I made it without dying, so we's good. All right, 9 boxes to go, and I don't think that there's a colored gem path here. Hup! There we go. Jump, land. Jump, land. Jump, land. There we go. Checkpoint. Oh, up, up, up. I had like 3 opportunities to catch myself and failed to do so. Oh well, at least I'm here now. Can I go that way? Doesn't look like it. Alright then. Can I go in here? Doesn't look like it. I don't think there was anything for me there anyway, so it's all good. Lizard! Alright. Okay, that first one was just the platforms were rude. The second time was my own undoing. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, these platforms are a lot faster than the others of their ilk. Okay, don't try and gun the lizard. Need to bait the lizard. There we go. And now I'm missing 8 boxes. Well, wouldn't you know it, there just so happens to be 8 crates right over here. There we go. Perfect. I don't know what kind of disease you can get by eating, like, diamonds, but I'm sure Crash has whatever it is. Oh, another boss. Ooh. Do I want to do that now? I was thinking about doing another time trial, but you know what? Screw it. We're going to do 2 in a row without time trials. Koala Kong, let's fight a boss. I don't know. It doesn't take too long. I might do 1 time trial. We'll see. He likes to flex and something else. I didn't read the rest of the tip. Anyways, yes, Koala Kong. Part gorilla, part koala, all angry and stupid. I don't actually remember how to fight him. Also, he definitely skipped leg day. Look at those legs. Right, let's just dodge him for a bit and see if I can remember what to do. Okay, I think that what he's doing right now is what's going to allow me to hurt him. He's got the gigantic rock. There we go. I have to wait for him to throw the big rock. And then I can knock it back to him when he's posing. He's just gonna throw smaller rocks. Then he's gonna heft the big boy. Go on, chuck it. There you go. That's a good Koala Kong. Might be noticing a bit of a pattern that all the bosses so far have been very, very simple. But still getting progressively more challenging, I would say. Like, even though I'm not dying to him as much, I would say Koala Kong is definitely a bigger challenge than Ripperoo. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, I was about to say, now that I think about it, maybe not because of all the bottomless pits. But then he showed me the lava. I didn't realize it would actually let me go there. Like, I wasn't even trying to go there. I got pushed into it by the big rock, but still. I didn't think that would happen. Well, okay. I mean, the fact that there's so little space to move here definitely does give it some extra challenge. Although the fact that we can kind of run around the foreground like this does help when it comes to dealing with TNT. All right, Monkey Bear. You're halfway down again. Just let him do his thing. There we go. I am glad that the TNT are not positioned in such a way that they can chain react. Because that would be a little bit nuts. There we go. One more. I do think also, like, I haven't really drawn attention to them, but those mine carts in the background with him, I think that those actually do matter. If I were to spin the rock and there was a cart between Koala Kong and the rock, it would just hit the cart. I'm like 80% sure that's the case. But I'd rather not find out the hard way. Oh, he's not done, is he? Oh, no, he's done. Gotta say, I didn't remember him having a second phase, but he was acting like it's time for phase 2, boy. That didn't take too long. I think I have time to do one time trial. Oh, and now we're on the third island, though. Saving that for later. Let's do the Boulder Dash time trial. Get the rock run out of the way. If I had more time, I would consider trying Road to Nowhere, but no. Not today, sir. Not today. All right, let's book it. See how I do. Crash is running at full tilt. Honestly, this one doesn't have me too afraid except for one part. There's one spot that makes me nervous. And I think it's past these jumps. Yep, here it is, the slalom. This is the part that I'm worried about costing me time more than anything else. Okay. I managed to make it without hitting any of them. That's good. Now just keep running. Keep running, keep jumping. Oh, man. Thought I was jumping for that. All right, take 2. Fence. Break the block. Break the block. All right, so in addition to the slalom, there's also a slightly tricky time crate section. I actually don't know if spinning into those will allow me to knock them down without slowing me down, but... Well, I've already gotten hit, so... Okay, no, it definitely still slows me down. All right, well, I'm gonna keep trying, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Need a little practice on that anyway. Okay, science time. Okay, if the TNT blows up the crate... If the TNT blows up the crate, it still counts the time crate. I figured that would be the case, because it doesn't need to be crash breaks the crate. It just needs to be the crate breaks. Like, that's all it's checking for. Oh, dang it. All right, how did I do? I figured that would be a gold time. Because I made a good number of mistakes. So, what's the platinum time target? What's the target time? I accidentally just went straight back in. All right, hang on. I may or may not try again. I need to see... There we go. I need to see what the target time is. I need to see if it's even worth trying. Because if it's more than like 5 seconds, I don't know how it'll work. You gotta be kidding me! I was off by less than 0.3 of a second? So if I had made literally 1 fewer mistakes, I would have gotten a platinum on my first try. Oh my lord. Well, if it's gonna be that tiny of a margin, I might as well. Whoop. Up. Spin to win. Let's keep going. They're actually really generous on the time for this one. Holy cow. Like, as long as I don't hit more than one of those poles, I should be okay. Like, I can literally hit one and still be okay, I'm pretty sure. 'Cause I hit like 3 of them last time. All right, there we go. Just let the boxes break themselves. There we go. Made it past that slalom okay. Let's try and go as straight as I can. We're at this part now. This part's not too bad. Round, jump. And final set. And haboom! Made it. Easy. Whew. All right, well, I think that's a good place to wrap up for this one. And before we move on to the next island, next time... Oh, no. Oh, no. Next time we get to ride another doggone pig. Just rip the Band-Aid off and get it over and done with and then move on to the next island. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.